What's going on, YouTube? It's NC and the place to be chilling, Mr. A&D. Better give you guys another Wednesday or midweek wrestling review. And joining me is not Deion Sanders for Primetime.
What's up?
All right, guys. So a lot of wrestling has happened this week, and me and Primetime are already kind of behind the eight ball, but we are going to do the best we can. If you guys also hear my fan in the background, I do apologize for that because it is hot. Right, it actually finally cooled down. So it's actually below the 90s up here in Philly. I know we're prime down Florida. It's hot down there also. So we got the fans on. I don't have no air conditioning or no central air in my office. So I do apologize right now, but I can't turn that joint off right now because it is feeling real good. And I got the windows open. Okay, so I'm gonna try to be loud on this, but we got a good discussion ahead of us because we got probably the best NXT UK episode, NXT 2.0 episode ever since 2.0 started. I want to make a correction. I'm not saying this is the best NXT show, especially when it was the black and gold. I'm saying, but this is the best NXT 2.0 show. They really made Worlds Collide feel like a big deal come Sunday. And what they got going for the North American Championship, oh my God, I can't wait to see that. Then on the AEW side, we do have some surprise return. Well, not really a surprise return, but we have somebody that comes in. We're going to find out what's going on with John Moxley at All Out. And we're also going to talk about that Trios main event as well. A lot of stuff to talk about, guys. A lot of things to get into. So we're about to go ahead and do that, and I'm excited to talk about it. So without any further ado, let's just jump right on into NXT 2.0. This is their go-home show before Worlds Collide. And by the way, for those who are keeping track, knowing that we know fantasy, our fantasy ends this week after All Out. So when we calculate all the points to figure out what's going on, we're going to see who the winner is after a long fantasy period.
Which last time I remember I was winning. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but that was 4 months ago.
Then again, I got the Usos. They lose every week, so I don't know.
Yeah, so there's a lot of this been going on, but neither here or there. So usually I kind of give like a little recap when it comes to NXT, but and then after that we're gonna give the World's Collide predictions. So the first matchup we have is Apollo Crews taking on Grayson Waller. This matchup ended up being pretty good. I enjoyed the matchup. Grayson Waller's been talking a lot about Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews has been getting the best of him, showing off his strength. Grayson Waller, Apollo Crews hasn't been like the military press, and he's about to drop and do his backflip, but Grayson Waller falls out over to the apron and does like a guillotine, the reverse way to Apollo Crews, then does his rolling stunner. It looked like Apollo, the way he did the segment is pretty cool. Because, Apollo's finishing move now in NXT has been the Ron Simmons Spinebuster.
Okay.
So Grayson Waller goes in and he's going for, how he rolls to the bottom from the outside and goes into the stunner.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he did. But as he jumps up, Apollo catches him with the Ron Simmons Spinebuster. But as he's about to throw him down, Grayson Waller turns it into a stunner like last minute.
Oh, okay.
It looked dope. I was just like, oh, because I thought Apollo reversed that. It was going to do the Spinebuster, but then as Grayson's coming down, he quickly turns it into a stunner, and he beats Apollo Crews. I'm not mad at that finish at all.
I wonder why Grayson Waller doesn't have a finisher named The Wall.
The Wall?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, probably because of that wrestler named The Wall back in WCW.
The Wall is here. The Wall is here. Okay, no.
Yeah, no, we ain't doing that. Match 2. We have Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, or Casey Cat Zero, I like to call it, you know what I'm saying, versus Ivy Now and Tatum Paxley. This matchup really didn't do much of anything. It was a tag team matchup, but then Ivy Now got distracted. And when she got distracted, I forgot who came out and distracted her. She was that's what Toxic Attraction came back.
Okay.
Yeah, Toxic. Gigi Dolan came up on the ring and then she tripped Ivy Now. So she goes up the ramp and then JC Jane tries to attack her, but she fights both of them off.
I could have sworn Gigi Dola had a concussion, right?
Yeah, but I mean, but she ain't doing all she did was come up there.
No, but I'm saying like, and they was acting like she was so injured when she couldn't wrestle. So I'm like, I would have had somebody else in this spot just to kind of sell it a little bit.
I guess so. I guess so. But so she going to the back, but then meanwhile, Taylor Paxton get her ass kicked in the ring by Kayla Carter and Katana Chance, and then they do their neck breaker 450 splash. And then
shout out to the Guns.
Yeah, and then Ivy tries to come back, but then they lose the matchup. So after the match, Casey Canzero and King Carl was like, "Look, we defeated every tag team here at NXT, and we don't have a matchup." They ain't that many women's tag teams on NXT neither. So they defeated them, and then they're going to. There's nobody for them to go up against at Worlds Collide. So what they're going to do is they're going to go and have a party with the belts at like Worlds Collide. I was about to say, everybody look up at their Instagram. So if anybody knows, looks at Katie Carter or Casey Canzero's Instagram, y'all know the joke. Anyway, but as you're saying that, do drop, and Nikki ASH come out, and then they say, that they haven't beaten them yet, and they finally get on the right page, so they are going to go to Worlds Collide and challenge them for the women's tag team championships. So they're really trying to make Doudrop and Nikki Ash the team, because they was arguing on Raw. Then now Nikki ASH came out with the same jacket that Doudrop came out with. So I think she's trying to get her to strip down the whole superhero gimmick and make them more like a tag team, and I'm cool with that, because if you're gonna have
been cool though,
what
if for one night only, Piper Niven and Nikki Cross would have returned to NXT to see if something can happen. That's not necessarily the old gimmick, but like they not like she's not a superhero. She's like just Nikki Cross.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah,
I get it. I get it all the way.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make sure I get all this stuff right.
NXT Nikki Cross. NXT Nikki Cross would like I would be like, all right, maybe they'll lose the title for NXT Nikki Cross, but Nikki Ash, I don't care. No. Like I'm like they still got it.
No, you're absolutely right. So I'm going to. I don't know at which time all these interactions happened, because there was a shit ton of interactions that happened on NXT. I'm going to because Finn Balor comes back and he talks. He gives words to Braun Breaker and let him know that he needs to go into Worlds Collide and defend for the honor of NXT. And throughout the night,
should Finn Balor be on UK side?
No, because he was. He was mostly on NXT, not NXT UK.
But he's UK, isn't he from the UK?
But it's what show they were on.
Oh, okay.
It's on what show, because Rhea Ripley came, and she went to Mandy Rose, and no. I was
about to say, why would you not go to the?
I'm sorry. She went to what's the homegirl name?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, the one that's going to be not. I'm not talking about Maliko. I'm talking about the other girl that's going to be in a triple threat with them. Hold on.
Oh, it's a triple threat?
It's a triple threat now. Blair Davenport. She does come to her. Yeah, she comes to her and she tells her that I've held the NXT Women's Championship and the UK Championship. So you feel confident. Go make a name for yourself. Don't mess it up. So, Like I said, so I'll give those two, and then I'll give more as the show goes on. Match 3. First of all, before the match 3, Joe Gacy comes out to the ring. He has this new stable now of these guys. Like I said, to me, the Joe Gacy character fell off, especially from being like the woke character to now just being this creepy entity that I think it sucks now. When Joe Gacy first came out, I was with it, but now I'm not at all. So. they're trying to get Cameron Grimes to join, but Cameron Grimes, he said he doesn't need them because Cameron Grimes.
I don't need a Joe Gacy and Cameron Grimes. That's probably one of the least things I want to see on this show. Or every least few.
Yeah, and then after that, he said he doesn't need nobody to go to the moon with. So, you you have that segment. Then we get to the next match. We get the Discount APA boot scooting Brooke Jensen and Josh Briggs and Phelan Henley taking on Pretty Deadly and Last Legend in a mixed 6-person tag match, which really didn't need to happen. But on the outside, Joe Coffey hits Jensen with a boot. Then Prince rolls up Briggs to secure the pinfall, and Pretty Deadly and Last Legend win the match. After the match, Diamond Mine and the Coffee Brothers or whoever they call themselves,
Dallas,
yeah, they come down and then they have a big brawl in the ring because it's going to be a fatal 4-way match for the Unified Tag Team Championships.
Wait, who?
So it's going to be.
Oh wait, no, we'll get into that.
Okay, we'll get into it. Okay, no problem. Next up, Andre Chase taking on Charlie Dempsey. I mean, it was a decent enough matchup. Charlie Dempsey was showing more of the whole stuff like that, and then Chase secures a roll up, wins that way. So nothing really special here. Ciampa comes back. Like I said, I know when it comes to the interaction, I'm going out of order when it comes to this, but I want to make sure I get them all in there. Oh, Walter or Gunther comes back and tells Tyler Bate the importance of his matchup in the defense for the UK Championship, especially after the feud the matches that they had. I agree with that. And he also got a video call from Pete Dunne explaining the importance of the UK Championship as well on Tyler Bate. So I was loving the cameos here, and also we get one from Ciampa. I don't. The Ciampa one was one of the best ones because Braun Breaker's just sitting down, and you just see this chair that just props up, and then Ciampa comes there. It ain't Miz Ciampa, it's Ciampa, okay, Tommaso Ciampa. And he says, and he said, "May I?"
Honestly, I think out of all these, the one that kind of makes the most sense is Ciampa because that's who he beat for the belt, right?
Yeah.
Wait, no. When did he fight Dolph and Ciampa?
Well, I mean, he had the whole rivalry with Ciampa, and he won, and then he lost to Dolph, and then won it back from Dolph.
Yeah, but he did have a feud with Ciampa, so I think Ciampa was the one that kind of makes.
Yeah, because I don't need Dolph coming up there.
Yeah.
And he was to say, you go ahead, you defend.
Like, we don't need Shinsuke that time. Like, you beat him.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Zoe Starks is taking on Katana James. This is basically just
Zoe Starks.
Yes, she's back.
So you mean tell me all these people that was out for the tournament was literally injured for 1 week?
I guess they didn't pass concussion protocol. I don't know what want me to say.
No, I'm just saying everybody that was in the tournament that was quote supposedly injured so bad is already back in action before the tournament. Well, now that the tournament is over, I guess.
I guess. Well, she's back and she has a reverse GTS on her for the pinfall. Afterwards, Katana tries to attack her, but then Nikita Lyons comes out and tries to give her a spin kick, but she gets out the ring and stands tall with Zoe Starks. Okay, so Gallows taking on Diamond Mine. I think this is where the brawl actually happened, not the 6-person mixed tag match, because yeah, that's right, I got it wrong, so I do apologize, because Gallus won with the lariat to Kemp. That's the black guy part of Dynamite. And they had to keep Roderick Strong out for some reason. Like I said, I wasn't paying attention to this whole matchup, but it had a brawl at the end. Best part to me of NXT though, at the end, Carmelo Hayes comes out with Trick Williams, and he says he is the best champion in NXT. He's the best North American champion, and he's not going to be at Worlds Collide because there's nobody that can be on his level, and there is a secondary championship on there because he's the one holding the North American championship. That's the only one that counts. So he won't be defending it, and nobody's on his level. But then Ricochet comes out. People wasn't expecting Ricochet to come out. I wasn't expecting Ricochet to come out. Mm-hmm. And then he's just like, yo, real talk. He said, I congratulate you for everything that you've been doing here in NXT and everything like that. But Carmelo Hayes interrupts him and says, yo, what are you doing here? He said, I know you're the one and only. And he said, but because now I'm the only one. And then he said, all right, homeboy, look, I'm going to tell you something. You've been doing your thing here. You've been having a lot of title defenses. But the thing is, nobody remembers them. So I was just like, oh. And so Trick got mad. Huh?
I want to say, I believe this is before Ricochet started talking. But he was like, uh-oh, he got a mic in his hand. You ain't do that in a long time. You sure you know how to do this? And then he said, hey, don't hurt yourself, dog.
Carmelo Hayes is a gem, bro. A gem. So he was just like, so Trick Williams was guy took his shirt and got mad and everything. And then Carmelo was like, yo, is that all you got? Is that it? And he said, so no. So he wants to challenge him for the North American Championship to give him a championship that everybody will remember, and he'll go in there and be the 2-time North American champion. So
let's be honest. If Ricochet would have did that thing he did the Velveteen Dream that one time,
I know exactly what you're talking about. That flip.
Yeah, so they was like, nah, we leaving. We ain't accepting your challenge. That he would have did the flip outside. Nah, it's on. Oh my god.
Yes. Well, first of all, he had the smoker shoes on, so he wasn't going to do that flip with the smoker shoes on.
Yeah.
But that would have been fire if he did that though. Mm-hmm. Just saying. But he did say, he said, look, you good and all, but when it comes to these 4 corners, you ain't me, Playboy. And then so Trick Williams is like, no, I got him. He tried to hit him, but Ricochet takes him down. Then Carmelo flies off the ropes, but then Ricochet hits him with like a code breaker, or what's Ricochet call it?
The recoil.
Yeah, the recoil. And then he holds the championship and stands tall over Carmelo Hayes. That has the potential, especially under Triple H and Shawn Michaels, that has the potential to be the match of the weekend. Mm-hmm. That has to. I'm not saying it will be, but out of Clash of the Castle, like, okay, so these are the things I'm excited for this whole weekend, because I'm a wrestling fan. Sheamus and Gunther, mm-hmm. Riddle and Seth Rollins, mm-hmm. Carmelo Hayes, Ricochet.
Yep.
I probably am the only one in this camp, but I really want to see Hobbs and Ricky Starks. Cause I'm a huge Powerhouse Hobbs guy, and Ricky Starks.
Yeah, that'd be a good match.
That should be a good. Jungle Boy and Christian should be a good match. And mm-hmm. I would say Punk and Moxley if they didn't do that whole thing at the end. But once again, I'll get into that when we get into AEW. So that was NXT 2.0. Good show. But now it's time to give our Worlds Collide predictions. So there's 5 matches in Worlds Collide. And now we got a better understanding of what the matches were, because before we didn't. I say we're going to just do the predictions right here when it came to after talk about NXT 2.0 and on the Midweek Wrestling Review. So let's just get away right now. The Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Elimination Match to unify the NXT Tag Team Champions in the UK. The Creed Brothers taking on Boot Scootin', Brooks and Jensen, taking on Gallus, taking on Pretty Deadly. Who wins in your opinion?
I will say Gallus.
Gallus will be a good pick, but for some reason. I think Pretty Deadly's going to skip with slide out with this one.
Yeah,
I think they hire Pretty. I think they want Pretty Deadly to be kind of like their Young Bucks.
that's a disrespectful thing to the Young Bucks. Jesus.
It is. But I'll just say, I don't think they got respect for the Young Bucks, especially Shawn Michaels. That they didn't kill after they had killed his super kick. So, but I have Pretty Deadly winning this one. It's not going to be like a dominant thing. I think they're going to stick and win it. Obviously,
it's elimination, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Me personally, like what I would love for the Creed brothers to win. To be honest with you,
I think the Creed brothers eliminate everybody, and then it's down to them and Gallus.
That'll be a hard hitting contest right there, and I would love every minute of it.
Yeah.
The tag team match for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships: Katana Chance and Kaden Carter taking on Doudrop and Nikki ASH.
I see the two Casey's got this one.
The two what?
Casey.
Oh, I guess you talk about Kaden and Chance.
Yeah.
Okay. The two KCs. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
I think that's their name.
Huh?
I think that's their name.
Oh, 2KC. Oh, I think that is their name, 2KC. You right.
Yeah.
You right about that. Okay. Yeah, I forgot all about. Okay. Dead up. Okay, I like that. Yeah, I'm definitely going with my girls Chance and 2KC. Yeah, I'm going with that. Because I don't know what's going. I think honestly, it's time to you probably need to unify this up between NXT and the main roster. To be honest with you.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna do that.
I doubt it also. Triple threat match to unify the NXT Women's Championship and UK Championships. Mandy Rose taking on Maliko Satomura and Blair Davenport. If anybody cares about how wrestling is supposed to be booked, there's no reason why I would not think that Maliko could win here, but I don't know if she's going to stay in the country. So I think it was put in there. I think Blair Davenport can steal this thing.
Yeah, I think Blair Davenport could win because I think they want to call Mandy Rose back up, but I don't think they want to put Miko. I don't think they want to put her as the main champ on NXT. So
she is such an ass kicker.
Mm.
It's like even with her just standing in the NXT 2.0 arena don't fit.
Yeah, and she's also not to be funny, but she's also kind of up there. Like she is old. So.
Yes, but powerful. Yes. Carmelo Hayes taking on Ricochet for the North American Championship. In Worlds Collide, this is gonna be my match of the night. This is what I want to be mentioned tonight.
Yeah, I have obviously Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, I think Ricochet's going to give
also. I'm gonna need Carmelo Hayes to do another entrance like he did for the Dream Team entrance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need him to do something like that.
They're doing this in the Performance Center, right?
That I don't know.
Let's see, according to
that will suck.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the Performance Center.
They need to get a full sale back or something.
I hope so too. I want to say because if there was somebody special, like I would like to see what he would pull out. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a champion style entrance. Shit, I wouldn't mind. This is the main event, but we know what the main event is, and that is Braun Breaker taking on Tyler Bate for the unified NXT championships and the UK championships. I'm serious. I have to agree with you that Tyler Bate would be a better pick because he could be your future at a young age, but Braun Breaker is not that old neither.
How old is Braun Breaker?
Braun Breaker, I'm looking at it right now. Braun Breaker
is he in his 30s?
He's 24 years old.
24?
24.
Okay, well, they're the same age. Okay.
Yeah, so he looks older because he got that Rick and Scott hybrid thing going on. But he's only
he really look like he got into wrestling at age 24, and then
exactly
just not getting to the main roster, or just not getting NXT.
Yeah. So no, he got that Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner stuff in him. So
Well, then it's a toss up. Then I didn't know he. I thought he was older than that. So
yeah. So as of right now, you know what? They make it. I don't know if they take it off Braun Breaker. It's time for him to come to the main roster. Do you think they're ready for him on the main roster?
I mean, I personally wouldn't call him up just yet. Not that he's not ready or anything, but like I said, I just want to build some people still to have once we get rid of everybody. So if he does, I think he'll be ready, but I still would want to keep him down there.
Okay. I'm going to go with Braun Breaker on this one.
Okay, I can go with Braun Breaker then. Because you can still have him, Tyler Bates still going to be there, obviously. So you still can have a good, young core.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to say Braun Breaker. So that is our Worlds Collide predictions right there. So you guys can post down in the comments who you got winning or whatnot. Now it's time to move on to AEW Dynamite. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. We have Jim Ross and the Human Suplex Machine Taz on commentary. So John Moxley gets in the ring, and he's automatically like, look, I got a microphone. He's in Chicago. He knows Chicago's, that's your boy CM Punk. Y'all still mopping the map off for Cleveland. But I heard CM Punk describe he was the modern 60-minute man. What a load of crap that turned out to be. He says, when guys get in the ring with me, the heart and soul of AEW will find out what they're really made of. Last week, we learned exactly what CM Punk is made of. He doesn't have the mental, the mind for this. He has the fragile ego, the fragile body, the weak mind, the weak spirit. It's a tough business, dude. Sorry, it is what it is. And we move on because right now he don't have a match for All Out. But he said, I signed the contract. So there's an open contract for a title match this Sunday. I already signed it. And I'm just going to leave it right here because when I say anyone, anytime, I mean anyone, anytime. So who knows who's going to sign that contract?
Not gonna lie though. Not to say that I would have took from them, but I would have definitely had like a quote unquote 24/7 segment going with everybody trying to run to the ring to get it because it's already signed. All you gotta do is be the first one to sign it. You in the match.
I wouldn't go that route. I wouldn't have
not 24/7 ish. What I'm saying, like, you mean tell me he just gonna put a contract down there to sign? If you sign it first, you in the match, and nobody cares. Like, it's not the people lined up that came out that was about to come out.
I mean, I do agree with you. I say I do agree with you. He said, champions are fold, and you have no idea how genuinely sorry that I am that CM Punk didn't turn out to be what you wanted him to be. He didn't try to be what any of us wanted him to be when we welcomed him back and gave him a second chance. I have zero sympathy for CM Punk. So, whoever signs this, whoever you are, you've been warned. And then so, Jim Ross, who's going to claim the contract? We'll be back in picture. I'm playing. They didn't do that. But, that picture stuff gets on my nerves. But AEW backstage producer Ace Steel walked out to the ring and grabbed the contract and walked away with it. And Jim Ross was like, "But he's friends with CM Punk, damn it!" So we get the Jericho. We get Jake Hager taking on the Blackpool Combat Club member Bryan Danielson. It looks like that Daniel Garcia pledged his alliance to Jericho. This matchup was pretty good, especially for a Jake Hager match, because I'm not a big fan of Jake Hager at all. They had some good things. Jake Hager rolled out of an armbar and powerbomb Bryan Danielson. I thought that was good. But then Bryan goes for the label lock, but Hager manages to grab the bottom rope. And Bryan kicked and chopped Hager in the corner. And then he goes for the running knee to Hager and wins the matchup. Meanwhile, after the match, Angelo Parker and Matt Menard sprint out to the ring to attack Danielson. Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli come out to even up the odds. And Jericho runs to the ring with a steel chair, but Daniel Garcia comes out and pulls the chair away from Jericho. When Jericho turned around, Danielson nailed the Wizard with the running knee. So, usually I have the rule, look strong on television to get beaten on the pay-per-view. I think it's more clear now that Daniel Garcia is going to go with Jericho and turn on Bryan Danielson, especially after he took the chair and everything. So it makes it seem like,
is it a turn on Danielson? Because he did that a lot. He's got a line with Danielson and everything.
I mean, it's not, but you know, he's a wrestler. Everybody thinks he's going to leave the Jericho Appreciation Society. So,
I don't know.
Oh,
To be honest with you, I have Danielson winning, but then I still have Garcia still going with Jericho.
okay. Yeah, I see how it plays out. Still going to be a good match between Jericho and Danielson, though.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Namath said he's tired of his...
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that match needs interference. So that's probably why.
Oh, okay. Ryan
Namath... Whoa. Did you say Ryan Namath?
Yes.
Is on the pay-per-view? No, sorry. We're not doing prediction. I'm like, wait, what? Okay, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. You get ahead of yourself, bro.
I was about to say, excuse me. Okay.
Ryan
my bad.
Yeah,
pick it. They had to put the sides. Okay, my bad.
Okay. We good now?
Yes.
Ryan Namath said he was tired of his group not being booked, which helped bring out W. Morrissey, which is known as Big Cass. He comes out and wipes out the wingman with ease. Stokely Hathaway walks to the ring, and Morrissey drove down pretty Peter Avalon with a chokeslam. And then he hands Morrissey a business card that he left the ring. But they left the ring together, though. So right now, this is the Gun Club, or the Ass Boys, and Morrissey. So he's trying to get another...
He has the Gun Club, Morrissey, Ethan Page, and Lee Moriarty.
He has Ethan Page?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. He didn't give him a card. So it looks like he's going to be in charge of two stables. He's going to have this stable, or he's going to call it, and then he also still does up with the baddies.
Yeah, and so he got a girl stable and a guy stable, basically.
And he did just toss out what's her name, Layla Gray. I'm hoping Red Velvet comes back soon.
Yeah, she's been training, so I guess she's coming back soon. Maybe at the pay-per-view.
Tag team matchup. We have the members that are in the Fatal 4-Way title match: Tony Storm and Hikaru Shida versus Dr. Brent Baker, DMD, and Jamie Hayter.
She wore pants today. She disappointed people today.
Who did?
You know.
Tony Storm didn't have pants on today.
She did.
I gotta go back and look at that.
They were like red pants.
Oh, Dynamite tonight.
Yes.
Damn, how did I miss that? I gotta. Cause you know me, I'm all about the kickback there, and I'm sorry to say it out loud, I would say, but that's what it is. I'm gonna go back and check. But also the Fatal 4-Way matchup was pretty good. Seeing all these women gonna go at it. It was actually good to see Hikaru Shida come back and see her wrestle for a while, because I haven't been seeing her other than, was it Dark or Elevation?
Yeah. It's the only time they use her. It's just like, oh my gosh, that's a travesty.
Say what?
That's a travesty. She's this. She's like one of the best. She actually is a good worker. They just don't use her.
You exactly. First of all, you are right. She did have pants on.
Well, trust me, I know.
I know you wouldn't know. So both of them, like I said, they had a really good matchup. Rebel was on the outside, and then she tries to sneak up and attack Toni Storm. Toni Storm does a hip attack to Britt Baker into the corner, and then jumps to the outside and gives like a Sami Zayn style tornado DDT to hit her on the floor, which sets up Hikaru Shida for a shiny wizard to Britt Baker, which really didn't look all that great. To be honest with you, it looked kind of like sloppy a little bit, but it took Britt Baker out, and they won the matchup. So it's easy to say that she's not going to win the match.
No, that they just give her a win just to give her a win. But
it ain't going to be Britt Baker, I'll tell you that, though.
I do think Rebel tries to get involved to help Britt, and then it inadvertently helps Jamie Hayter. That's what I think.
I think that would be a great finish if they pull it off right.
Because obviously she's always used to helping Britt, but like, say if like something happens and like Jamie Hayter catches it or something, and not like she cheats to win, but like Britt's knocked out, and Jamie's like, oh, okay, and then something like that. That would be nice.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
So they
no offense to Toni Storm that I just don't want her to win, but I'm like, I just really like Jamie Hayter. She's a good talent. So
there's a quick backstage thing with Miro and Darby Allin and Sting. Please don't do this matchup. I don't want to see this in the House of Black. If they do it on the pre-show. We don't.
They might do it on the pre-show or at Rampage. I don't know if they announced it yet. But.
Oh yeah, I didn't see the Rampage card now. But here's the thing: I'm just like, please. We have too many trios matches on the card as it is, and I just don't want to throw no more trios cards on there. CM Punk walk out to the ring. CM Punk said, June 1st I broke my foot. That would have been bad enough, but then I wrestled an entire match on it. June 8th, I got surgery for my shattered foot. Last year I got beat up in Cleveland. Had to drive home with just my thoughts. Something about this time just didn't sit well with me. Is my foot 100%? Yes, but it's a new 100%. I don't know if it's that 100% is good enough. I came back to professional wrestling a year ago because I love this business and because I love you fans. And you do love me back, and that's why it hurts. I feel like I let you down. Wasn't able to walk for like 2 months, and it hurts because I rushed back, and I feel like I let you down. Maybe that's the love just isn't enough anymore. So then, as excuse me, CM Punk's going on his basically, crybaby tour. Ace still comes out to the ring with a microphone. This isn't you. He said, I apologize for the promo. My name is Ace Steel, and I trained this man since day one. I got a career I'm proud of, but I'm not most proud that I coached you. We're not just friends, we're family. You don't let family down. You don't let Chicago down. I'm not letting you leave now. You lost in Cleveland, so what? You get up, you're going to fight this Sunday, and you're going to sign this contract and fight Jon Moxley. Then CM Punk was just like, before I was ever CM Punk, I was just a punk rock kid from Chicago. Jon Moxley, let's go. This is Chicago, where the weak are killed and eaten. One post running through.
Literally.
Say what?
Literally.
One post running through the streets of Chicago. Jon Moxley said, all out, you can break my bones, you can drink my blood because we're in Chicago. So he signs it and he goes up in the crowd and celebrates with the fans of Chicago. So a lot of Chicago going on here.
I wish that because they always try to do like Punk, fighting Punk in Chicago is dangerous. I wish they would do something kind of like how they did with MJF where he bought his own gimmick back.
What you mean about his own gimmick?
When he brought back the Ring of Honor Punk stuff.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, like, because when you say when you say I'm gonna face CM Punk in Chicago, he's making it like it's a big deal. But I'm saying like if he just comes out as regular Punk, I'm like, yeah. You know, like if he was to come out like in some older title or his quote unquote death gear or something like that, it'll be like more special. You know?
Okay. Well, we'll see how hands like, but once again, I still don't understand what the point of the squash was last week. Like it's what you say?
I said me neither.
Because I was like, well, maybe it goes for a heel turn, maybe something like that. Maybe he's not 100%, but I just don't understand, or it's throwing me off of why was that even necessary. Because maybe you didn't want to do the finish in Chicago, but you didn't have to do that finish at all. You could just had a good matchup, and then when he lost, he gives the look back to the crowd, and maybe the Chicago fans are cheering Moxley. It's just like,
yeah, and you also can't really turn Punk heel in Chicago. That's kind of like impossible. So I don't know.
So they have. I didn't see the sit-down interview with Christian Cage and Jungle Boy, which is kind of like reminiscent to Corey Graves with Riddle and Seth Rollins. So I just know that transcripts are saying, Christian Cage, I'm here to make money, not be a father figure. Jungle Boy, my father taught me to be a man, and this Sunday you're not gonna wrestle Jungle Boy, you're gonna wrestle Jack Perry.
Yeah, so obviously Christian's arm is fine.
You say Christian's was fine?
Yeah, his arm is fine. Like he got it in the cast, obviously. During the match, he's gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, my arm's fine the whole time."
Oh yeah, it's happening. Hey, get some of that water. FTR and Wardlow took on, I guess your job was Silas Young, Redstone. Well, Silas Young was out of job. Red Jones and Ice Pick Vic Capri. That's a name, isn't it?
That's a territory name right there.
Yeah, it's Ice Pick Vic Capri.
FTR probably picked. I'm saying they say, "Oh, you sound like you got a name from a territory. I'm gonna wrestle you."
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you train with Magnum TA and Arn Anderson or somebody.
This is a squash matchup, and then Wardlow did the powerhouse and sympathy after the matchup. Moxley comes to the ring and he's just like, if that's what your boy wants, that's exactly what he's going to get. If CM Punk wants to go out on his shield in front of his hometown fans in Chicago, we owe you that much. So it'll be John Moxley taking on CM Punk one more time this Sunday for the championship. I'm going to put on display of brutality and pro wrestling that CM Punk has never experienced. A legend being made right before your very eyes. Tony Schiavone was backstage with the Dark Order, and 10 somehow injured his knee. I don't know how that happened, Prime. I don't know how that happened. So Evil Uno said,
I won't be honest, that's so stupid to have.
It is.
Have him in the match, like. Alright, yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, keep going.
Evil Uno was the one that said, well, I'll take his place. Take his place in the AEW World Trios tournament for the AEW Rampage Finals. They're gonna
as I recall, didn't Evil Uno magically get beat up too or something?
Yeah, well Andrade El Idolo and it was the assistant interrupted the interview. Handed Evil Uno a wad of money. Evil Uno told Andrade to get lost instead. Andrade then smashed a crutch over Evil Uno. Andrade El Idolo seems to have his own plan for 10. So, I'm just saying, Prime, because we was just talking about this. I was just like, we got predictions like, well, he's like, no, that's not going to happen. They're going to just magically get injured. And what's going to happen is they're going to go through the members. It's like, we need you, Hangman. And they're going to have Hangman in there. And then it's going to be the Dark Order taking on the Elite and the Foxes. You're going to do Hangman and Omega. What did I say? It's coming.
Yeah, I just think that's stupid. I mean, I don't think it's stupid, but I don't. Basically, I don't want Heyman to be aligned with Dark Order when they do this big face off again. So I'm trying to wait till they separate it to do something.
I agree, but I just want to hear you say that I was right about something.
Yeah, you was right.
Okay, because that's all. That's all. Fatal 4-way matchup: Wheeler Yuta, Dante Martin, Ray Phoenix, and Rush. This was basically just to get 4 out of 8 of the participants that was in a casino. It's in a casino ladder match to be in a fatal 4-way matchup. Because
I'm glad that we didn't get no mishaps. Every time they have like a fatal 4-way match before the show, before the pay-per-view, and Phoenix is in it, he gets injured. So.
Exactly. Not this time though, but they was on flying all over the place in this one, and Wheeler Yuta tapped Dante Martin with the seatbelt and pinned him. So Wheeler Yuta wins the matchup. I think Andrade's in this matchup also, and somebody else. But then I know there's a Joker, and there's one more person that I don't know. They'll probably show on Rampage, to be honest with you.
It's Claudio Penta, Phoenix.
Oh, I said Penta's in there also.
Yeah, Wheeler Yuta. Yeah,
so Tony Schiavone is backstage with Alex Reynolds and John Silver. What are they going to do? Hangman Page shows up. He says, if 10 and Evil Uno was out due to injury, Page would... Huh?
Colt Cabana?
Page would be their partner on Friday against Orange Cassidy and Best Friends. I'm telling you, there is no way Best Friends, I hate Best Friends, was going to the finals against the Elite. Absolutely not. It was going to be Hangman Page.
You mean tell me you thought Silver and Reynolds was going to go?
No, I knew the story because I was like, they're going to get Hangman on here so they can have Hangman and Omega. Even I didn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna just be honest. I was just thinking it's kind of too quick to see Hangman and Omega already. You know? Especially this man not at 100%.
Well, he may not have been 100%, but in this main event, he was doing what he was doing because we have the trios, the Dynamite final because you got the Rampage final, you got the final at All Out. It's Will Ospreay and Ozzy Open, which makes for the United Front Kingdom something versus the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. First of all, Don Castle's on commentary, but the best thing is when the announcer is announcing Kenny Omega, and he's talking about all his accolades that he does better than Will Ospreay. It's hilarious. He was like, Kenny Omega, who has donated to more charities and has helped do more things to help this country than Will Ospreay. Kenny Omega, who is also better looking than Will Ospreay. Kenny Omega, who has held champions all over the place and done this something that better than Will Ospreay. Like that's what the announcer was saying, and it was making it hilarious. So
he's also from North Carolina. I don't know why that's so random, but it's so funny.
What is?
The North Carolina. When he said he also once stopped at a Burger King in North Carolina.
Shit.
It's like so random. It'd be like a random North Carolina fact. That's all.
So this matchup was expected when it comes to the Young Bucks and a Kenny Omega and an Ozzy Open and a Will Ospreay matchup. You get the flips, twists, dives, and above. But there was this one sequence that I liked between Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay, is that he goes for the Snapdragon, and now he about to go for the Snapdragon again on Will Ospreay, and Will Ospreay does a backflip out of it, and then he goes and takes Kenny down, takes him to the outside, and then he goes for his handspring moonsault over the top rope to the outside, lands on his feet, and then because Kenny moved out the way, it gives him a Snapdragon on the outside of the floor. I thought that whole thing was great.
Yeah.
Because these two, and actually Kenny, even I know he's injured, he was out there giving it his all and still doing. I like the way he does them charge up runs.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he runs it also gives a nasty ass V trigger. But then Will Ospreay takes his time to rip off his compression. You can see that he has bandages and suction cup marks, and like he looks really he looks really banged up underneath that compression shirt. And I was just like, God, Kenny Omega is like really fucked up right now.
It's been that way for years.
What you say?
He's been that way for years.
Yeah, but I'm saying that man. I don't know where he finds the energy to wrestle at. To be honest with you, I'm saying like was he part of like a lot of death matches or something? Why his body's like that, or like what is the case? Do you know?
No, that's no. He was never in any death matches like that. He ain't started doing death matches until Moxley. So he was just chilling. You know, he was just doing a lot of crazy. He was just wrestling for a lot of years. You know? Maybe sometimes having 2 matches a night. Maybe having 30-minute, 60-minute matches a night. You know?
Yeah, do take a Tony about it. Omega went for the V trigger on Will Ospreay.
I think it's just his movements as well. Though.
Oh, okay.
You know, like you said, the charge up runs that can do a lot to your hips if you keep doing it.
Yeah.
Night after night, or the V trigger. You lifting people up for the 1-winged angel coming down. It's a lot that
Yeah, you do make all valid points.
Yeah.
Omega tries to go for the V trigger to Will Ospreay, but he caught Will caught Omega off the pass. The Elite spiked Will Ospreay with the Indie Taker. They can't finished off Fletcher with the 1-winged angel and pinned him. Doc House no one kicks out the 1-winged angel, and that was Dynamite as they go in advance. So I thought Dynamite was good on some parts, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought NXT was a better show this week.
Alright, do it to NXT.
I'm gonna give it to NXT this week, and I know y'all may not agree with me, but y'all can post down in the comments down below how'd you guys enjoy NXT 2.0, especially when they brought the people back. How'd you guys enjoy AEW? Post that comments down below. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed our review. Hit the subscribe button for more right here on NC Studios. So once again, it's NC in place to be children, Mr. A&D, and not Deion Sanders for prime time.
All right, y'all.
All right, and the Nerd Coalition is out.